Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Well, hey, you guys, my name is Diane Cole,
And I am Cindy Hudson.
and we are coming to you live today to do what we call Pampering in a Flash. So we are so excited that you're here. And oh my gosh, you could be invited on by one of us. You could be invited on by one of our beauty consultants. You could be a guest of one of the gals that knows us. You could be a bride in her bridal party. Oh my gosh, you could be a mom and me group coming together. And so we are just so excited that you're here. And we're going to teach you how to take care of your skin and do what we call pampering in a flash. So our goal is to keep this portion of our skincare and getting our faces and right now we're going to get it ready. Well, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to get it ready for bed. But you could be getting it ready for the day and doing skincare plus the one supplement that you have. So in your pampering packets, I'm assuming you have some samples, but don't worry if yours didn't come in, you can follow along and listen, learn, do all those kinds of things, but pull out your packets. I'm sure you have scissors there, the whole thing. And you're going to be looking for your cleanser that you're going to use. And then you're going to have one of three supplements. You're either going to have microdermabrasion, which I think mine's back in here, right? Yeah. So you're going to either have the packets that are going to have microdermabrasion as a supplement. Maybe it's going to have the charcoal mask, which Cindy's holding up. It's a white packet with green. Or maybe you'll have the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, which actually comes in a package that kind of looks a little bit like that too. So, but you'll have skincare. And then out of your skincare, it's either going to be the Miracle set or you're going to have the Time Wise Repair Volufirm set. Okay, so they're all of our things to get you started. So let's see. I guess even to begin, and I'm going to share my screen and share some of that. But to start off, we have a dynamic duo called the Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover and the Micellar Water. And so what's really kind of fun is that if you have any makeup on or whatever, we just, go ahead and take a little bit of that micellar water and we'll remove any of the makeup first before we cleanse. And it's just a really lightweight treatment, I guess I would say. And I put a little CC cream on, so I'm going to go ahead and take that back off. And I think what I'll do, Cindy, I'll go ahead and share my screen so that I'll still be using these to get us ready, and then we will go from there.
We can go back as we get to that slide. This also, you may be a launch party on here. I'm not sure if Diane mentioned that. Yes. If you're on here for someone's launch party, be sure that in the comments that you're telling us who you are, where you're watching in from, if you're part of a launch party, who your hostess is, or even if it's any kind of party, who your hostess is, who your consultant is. We just love to see all that. Diane and I will not be able to comment while we're on here doing this, but we will catch up. If you've got questions in those comments, go ahead and put it in there. Your consultant may answer that, or one of us will get back and answer that for you. We're just really happy that you're here. And you may have a piece of paper in your packet. And if you've got a piece of paper in your packet, it may have like a tally mark. We'll show you that in a minute. If you don't, get a piece of blank paper, or you may have a piece of blank paper in your packet. But we're going to be doing a virtual raffle ticket game. And during this whole thing that we're doing here, you're going to mark pretend tally marks. So you see there over to the right, my right, is virtual raffle ticket tallies. You're going to do that. Put your name at the top of that piece of paper so your consultant knows who this is for, and you're going to give yourself little tally marks. So in the comments, put where you're viewing in from, all that information I gave you a while ago. You're going to get a tally mark for each of those pieces of information that you give us. And then if it doesn't say book, purchase, coffee in the middle, go ahead and write that. And then join 35 plus 90. Write all that on that little blank piece of paper. And we'll tell you more about that as we go along.
Sure.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And those tally marks could get you into that slide that was on just a while ago, we'll be doing a drawing when you screenshot that tally sheet over to your consultant at the end of all of this. We're going to be doing a drawing for a free biocellulose mask, which is an amazing product that we sell. And so you want to be able to get your name in for that drawing.
So for being on, and one of the things that Cindy did mention is, letting us know where you're streaming in from and things like that. Do make sure you tag your beauty consultant, because she's going to be looking for you as well. So even if, you got in a few minutes behind, some of the comments you can make where you're streaming in from, and then do tag your beauty consultant so that she knows that you're on here, just for participating and, commenting, and then doing a follow-up with your beauty consultant. You're going into a $350 cash giveaway just for being on to give your opinion. And I'll tell you what, women love to give their opinion. It is just so much fun. And so you go one time into this drawing for being on and commenting, and then doing just a follow-up with her right after this Pampering in a Flash. But we're also throughout, and I think, Cindy, we might have done it right at the end. I'm not really sure. But when we play the Fabulous game, one of the sheets of paper that you guys have, so if you want to flip those over, one part either says Everyday Heroes or it says Fabulous Game. And so we're going to play a game a little bit where you get to nominate some deserving women in your life for a pampering session from your beauty consultant. And so for every 5 names and numbers of women that you gift a pampering session to, you go back into this $350 cash giveaway. If you fall in love with any of the products you tried today and you decide to purchase them from your beauty consultant, oh my gosh, she gets to spoil you as a VIP customer, and you go back into this $350 cash giveaway for every $50 that you spend. All of our appointments come in 2s and 3s, okay? Because it's just like a dress fitting, okay? You buy the dress and you go in and they take it in, they do all the alterations. And same thing with us, you get a second appointment. So this is Pampering in a Flash. Your next appointment could be Fun with Color, where you get your face ready for the day. Or maybe our ultimate spa session. We call that the Hydrate Session Happiness. So when you book your follow-up with some friends, you go back into this cash drawing. Oh my gosh. What else did I miss? Oh, so, and if you invite some friends for that follow-up appointment, then you're a hostess and you go back in, and let's just say when you are hearing all the information about Mary Kay and you're like, oh my gosh, I think I'd like to do this. You go back into that drawing 10 more times. So I just wanted to cover all that stuff with you guys right off in the beginning. And then, okay, here we are. So my name is Diane Cole. I'm a senior sales director with Mary Kay. Been building my business for 33 years, you guys, which is so unbelievable. And so these pictures are my family and my reason, my why. And so in this upper right-hand corner, when I got started in Mary Kay, we didn't have kids yet. This is my husband, Brian, over here on the left-hand side. We didn't have kids yet, but then we had Brendan, and then right behind Brendan, we had Tommy. So back-to-back, Irish twins. And here I am juggling the 2 kids, and my little Mary Kay face is on right there. 5 years later, we brought Miss Corinne into the world, and there they are sitting on top of one of our pink Cadillacs. And what I can tell you is that we have earned 18 free cars right now, which is absolutely incredible. And, one of the things that Mary Kay has us tell you is that only the top 1% of our sales force earns the use of a free car. And it's been such a blessing to have earned 18 free cars with Mary Kay. If we fast forward from these young days, my husband's job has moved us around the country. We moved every 2.5 years. If you got to see my story before you got started, you heard all the different places that we've lived. But if we fast forward now, our oldest son, Brendan, who is up here in this picture, married Libby in August of 2020, and they gave us the title of Nana and Pop, and this is Miss Hattie over here. And then Tommy and Kelly got married at the end of 2022, and they're in here, and Miss Corinne is in both those pictures, and she's not married yet, but here they are, grown, and you guys, and truly, Mary Kay has changed with us, has grown with us. And I just absolutely love that we could be in a company that changes with us, you know? And so, and then next we have.
Yeah, for sure. Because Diane and I met back when Tommy was the one that was in the carrier. He was not much older than that. I think he was one, maybe. And that was, I will have my 30th anniversary in Mary Kay this coming December. And because Diane had a goal when we were, had met each other through my friend Renee, I was being a bestie, a great bestie, and she needed my help to host us a party. So I reluctantly said yes, but I fell in love with the product. I put it on my face. The hairy-faced boys in the middle of the screen, they were 7, 4, and 2 when I joined the company, and I really hadn't taken care of my face for 7 years. You know how it is, mamas. You know how that goes. And so when I felt that Mary Kay on my face, I thought, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. And so I started thinking, how could I get this product? And I thought, as she shared the opportunity with me, because she had a goal to become a director, so she was sharing her opportunity, working her business full circle. And I thought, okay, maybe if I told Sid, my husband, that I got a new job and I was going to sell this, I could not only get away from the house in the evening and let him take care of those amazing 3 boys that I had been blessed to stay home with, but kind of needed a mama break, and I could make some money and I could get my product at cost. And so that was when my journey began. Again, they were 7, 4, and 2. Little did I know that Diane and I would be sitting here 30 years later together on a Zoom, which did not even exist at that time, and that we had shared our whole life together. I got to be at both those weddings. That is a picture of Diane and I together at the rehearsal dinner for Tommy's wedding. Those little boys grew up into these men that you see on the screen. Their wives, Sarah and Adeline, and we're about to add Heaven to our family, and they've given us these 4 amazing grandkids who are at the same age my boys were when I started this business. And then we have, as a unit, I have earned 8 free cars in Mary Kay. That was our pickup party at Don Moore in Owensboro, Kentucky, where I currently kind of live. And my husband Sid retired from his job. We sold our home. We bought an RV. And now at this time, actually, I'm going through a little readjustment in my life. And that's the cool thing, though. Mary Kay works with you through all of that. And it's been an amazing journey. I can't imagine my life without it. So here we are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're ready to start off, you guys. So hopefully you have your warm washcloths there. And we're going to start with the 4-in-1 cleanser. Or if you were using the Time-Wise Repair, you're going to have the foaming cleanser. And so you wet your face just to get some of that moisture, going. And then you're going to take a little bit of that cleanser. Now today I'm using the 4-in-1 cleanser, and Cindy's using the foaming cleanser. And you're going to go ahead and go upward and out, go across your forehead and down your nose and chin. And what's really nice, I have earrings on here.
Taking my earrings off.
I think mine have backs on them, so it would take a second. But what's going to happen is you do want to get your neck and your throat. And so you're going to go ahead and take that washcloth and you're going to remove it. So while I talk about this, the 4-in-1 cleanser gently cleanses away the complexion dulling impurities, makeup, and the stress of the day, which is awesome. It has a patented Time-Wise 3D complex on it. It's available in 2 formulas, normal to dry and combination oily. And it also can remove excess oil for more balanced skin for the combination oily, people. It can also balance it all, which is kind of good. And then Cindy, you want to tell them about the Value Firm?
Yes, the foaming cleanser, again, is in our Time-Wise Repair line. So not only is it going to be fighting the signs of aging, but also repairing our skin from past aging. It will take off the dull, dry skin, the age-defying cleanser maintains our moisture balance. It's cashmere soft, we always like to say. It foams up. I didn't get to show you a lot of foaming just because I don't have running water, but it just revitalizes your skin. You use it day and night, both times, and it will deliver benefits far beyond any other anti-aging cleaning product that you've ever seen or will see. And we love everything about that line too. It's we'll talk a little bit more about it as we get to it. The rest of the piece.
Okay, so then you go ahead and take it right back off. And then depending on what samples that you have from your beauty consultant. So if you have microdermabrasion, this is going to be your next step. It's a physical exfoliator that reduces the appearance of fine lines, and it gently refines the skin's texture as it removes the surface dead cells and buildup from pores. Now, what's neat about this is I leave this in the shower and I just use it twice a week. And so the water's coming down in the shower, and then I can apply the pressure because it's aluminum oxide crystal. So it feels like fine sand granules. That's what it feels like. Okay. So you apply the pressure. We do not recommend this product if you have rosacea, okay, because it can really irritate the skin, but everybody else can use it, which is fantastic. And again, you apply that pressure. So when you're in the shower, you can just stand there, let it wash it right back off. And some of my friends, use it on their neck, their throat, their upper chest area. But hey, I mean, even microderma body, like if you have some stretch marks you want to use it on, I mean, heck, why not, right? And so that could be yours. You could be applying that right now if that is the sample you have. And so the next one that we're going to talk about is the charcoal mask. And you're going to see Cindy applying that one. And I'm going to be applying the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. So whichever one you have right now, you're going to go ahead and apply it. So if it's the charcoal mask, what you can see that she's doing is she's staying away from her eyes and she's staying off of her lips. Okay. Yeah. And then she's using her fingers right now because she didn't grab the the mask applicator. Yeah, the spatula. Which love that little applicator, which I will show it to you guys. But this is the little spatula. And even with the Radiance, the peel that I'm using, some people use the spatula for the peel too, which is kind of neat. So, so she's applying that. She's going to walk you through the products in a second, but I want to just show you if you're using the peel. I do bring it down through my neck and my throat. And so I love the way this feels, and I'll talk about it here in a minute. But Cindy, you can go ahead and tell them about the charcoal mask.
The other thing I did not grab was a mirror, so I'm going to have to use my camera to see if I get all that off. Our charcoal mask is an amazing exfoliator. I kind of think of it almost as a detox type exfoliation. It's great for men and women. You'll see the pictures on the screen. We've got Buster, Uncle Buster, as we call him, on the right, and we have a young lady, Trisha, on the left. And so this product is great for males, for females, for teenagers, for adults, for all ages, as I just said. So that's one of the things that we really, really like about this is that it appeals to everyone. It is a heat-activated charcoal. It's got kaolin and bentonite clay. So those are mineral-rich clays. They're great to absorb excess oil. They're very healthy for our skin. And as this product goes on, normally at home, you would leave this on about 15 minutes. You can use it a couple of times during the week. All of our exfoliation you can use throughout the week. You just stagger the days and leave a day off in between your exfoliation. So they're all great, and they all do something a little bit different, which is another thing that we like about them. The other ingredients in this charcoal mask is rosemary and peppermint. You can smell that when you are putting it on. So if that's the supplement you have, you may be smelling that amazing smell right now. You just feel like you just went to a spa. And those two products are going to help fight and kill bacteria. So as this mask is on, you're going to start seeing some things maybe pull into the surface of your skin. And if you see little white spots, that would be the bacteria that the charcoal is pulling out, so that the rosemary and the peppermint can actually kill that, get rid of that for you. Also, there is a navy bean extract and honeysuckle. Those help brighten the skin. Those are natural brighteners that will take away that dull appearance. If you're looking at the picture, you'll see that Trisha started using the charcoal mask, and she did not put it in exactly the right places at first because it was new for her. And she learned, though, after two months of using this twice a week, you'll see on the right hand side, she's got that all in the correct place now. On the left, she's got little dark spots. That is the excess oil that mask has pulled out. And then you'll notice that over on the right, it's really just good and solid. She has kept up her regimen, and it has done the job. No more excess oil at all for it to absorb. Over on Uncle Buster, a little bit more of a mature gentleman. He had those clog pores that we often see. A lot of times in our men too, because they don't think they needed this, right? They don't think they need it. But as we see, Uncle Buster didn't need that. So he did his nose, and you'll see the oil that is coming out. There's even a little white spot on there, some of that bacteria. First time he used it, took that mask off, and we see on that last picture, it looks like a new man. Took years off of Uncle Buster's appearance. And so those are just a couple of the things that you'll see from this charcoal mask, and we really love it. You can see an immediateness about this that we like.
It's awesome. Awesome. And so what we're going to do is we're going to leave that on right now, and then we're going to go through and we're going to talk about a few other products, and then we'll come back to the peel and things like that. So this, you guys, is where we share that all of our appointments come in 2 to 3s. And these are the different sessions that we earn. So we have Zooms. We also have webinars. So this is one of our webinars, Pampering in a Flash, but we also have Fun with Color, and we also have Hydro Session Happiness. Okay. And so, so they're on webinars, Zooms. We have the Hydrate Session Happiness. We also have the color, and we do them throughout the month. Okay. So this one just gives you the different choices. So on your piece of paper, if you can go ahead and jot down, do you want to do Fun with Color next? Do you want to do Hydro Session Happiness? And so that at the end, you can go ahead and talk to your consultant about what your next one is going to be. And so as we jump through, the skincare set today is the Time-Wise Miracle Set 3D, the Daytime Defender, Nighttime Recovery, and then the eye cream. And so what is so neat is that you can reset the pace of your skin's visible aging starting at as little as 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, fine lines start to fade, wrinkles start to soften, skin's firmness begins to improve. In 4 weeks, results continue to get better while adding improved radiance, skin texture, and overall appearance. After 12 weeks, 98% of the panelists had a 37% improvement in the appearance of fine lines. 98% of the panelists had a 51% increase in the skin's firmness. So that's absolutely incredible. Awesome. This set will last you 4 to 6 months. With the eye cream in there, they call that the Ultimate Miracle Set, and it retails for $150. And then the Time-Wise Repair is what Cindy's using. And Cindy, do you want to tell about that real quick?
Yeah. Yes, and this whole repair set does have the same ingredients in it. So we've got the cleanser, we've got the day step, the day moisturizer that has SPF 50 in that to protect from the sun. It has the night step in it, the night cream that is actually has retinol, encapsulated retinol. So you're getting a little extra exfoliation at night. Still that same ingredient, and we've got plant stem cells in this Voluform formula. Also, our miracle part of this, our more than a miracle part of this, is our advanced lifting serum. This step is going to go in between after the cleanser, before the moisturizer.
I can go to that picture. Do you want to talk? So it's the peptide and plant stem cell powered regimen, you guys, and it restores the youthful volume and lift. And then this is the picture that shows all those different steps. So go ahead. I think you were talking about the lifting serum.
Yeah. So the lifting serum is we call this Botox in a bottle. So this step will Y'all, I've seen it lift someone's face. I'm just saying. It is like you can see the difference when you use that step, but all of these pieces have that plant stem cell and peptide formula in them. And then, of course, the advanced eye cream, we're going to talk about that as we put it on. This set altogether, the 5 pieces, is $215. It again will last 4 to 6 months. All the pieces except the advanced lifting. It is designed to last you a month. If you use a couple of pumps in the morning and night, you can stretch this to about 6 weeks. And so you can get a little bit more out of that. But it is, again, not only fighting aging, but repairing the signs of past aging. It's awesome.
So good. So good. Well, you guys, you heard a little bit about our stories. And so while your treatment is still on your face, and again, I know we haven't talked about the peel, and we're going to get to that, but it is on my face. So if you have the peel as your sample and you haven't put it on your face, you're going to make sure you go ahead and do that. For those of our friends that have the charcoal mask on, it's going to be tightening as we speak. So we're going to get back to both of those as well. Okay. So from this step, we want to talk to you about Mary Kay, just real briefly, the opportunity. You know, women get started to save money or make money or a little bit of both. We say, why not look twice as good for half the price, right? Some people want to dip their fingers in. They want to be an influencer. They want to be a brand ambassador. They're already loving the products and they're like, you mean I could make some money on the side and, you know, add this to like my schedule? And I think of several of my consultants who work full-time, work part-time, are going to school, have kids, might even be single parents, okay? And then they sprinkled Mary Kay in. And so I look at that and I think, wow, this is truly the opportunity of the land where you can take a look at it and go, okay, you know, if I had an hour or two a week, what could I do with this business? If I had, 4 to 6 hours in a week, what could I do? Why do Cindy and I stay? We stay for the culture. The money is absolutely incredible. Also, love the servant leaders that we get to come alongside, that get to come alongside us in life, in love, in leadership, and be able to do life together. And then this third thing, being the difference maker. You know, being the difference makers to other women and having them be able to take care of their skin, take those few minutes in the morning, few minutes in the evening to put the oxygen mask on them first. What do they say on airplanes? Put the oxygen mask on us first before we assist others. And sometimes just taking care of our skin is that little step we need to be able to put our best foot forward. But then we as women, we're already the difference makers to our families, right? We're the glue. And so it's one of those things where I think if we take these extra steps of nurturing and helping us look good and feel good, then we always feel like we have something to give back and to do for others. And being a part of Mary Kay as the company, just the heart of Mary Kay, I mean, it was always, to live and work with your faith first, your family second, and your career third, and really being able to have harmony in your life. How do you get started? It's $35 to get started in Mary Kay right now. And I'll tell you, we call it an e-start. And it's an electronic start where you get access to the store in the sky, which is your website and the Mary Kay website. And then you could also choose the Pro Start. Say you wanted to do in-person appointments. You could add the 90 on top of the 35 and you'd get the full set of full-size products, mirrors and trays and everything you need to be able to do face-to-face appointments. But, if you like this virtual world and you want to dip your toe in to see, okay, yeah, I think I'd like to give that a try, you can start for $35, which is absolutely incredible.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm going to keep going, you guys. And so when you join our Hydra Session Happiness, we're going to talk a little bit more about these eye patches, but they are absolutely incredible. And they are just, I a lot of times put them on right with that peel that we have on. But you want to join us for our Hydra Session Happiness for us to go a little bit more into that. And then your face, you still have your charcoal mask on right now, okay? And but I'm going to tell you about this Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. And Cindy, if you want, while I talk about this, you guys, you can start to get your washcloth and lift and start to remove. But in what I'll do, let me just stop the share for a second. Why don't you guys in the comments go ahead and tell us how your face is feeling? You should be comments like, it's feeling tight. Do you have any white patches? You know, because it does pull the toxins out, right? And so you're going to just go ahead and share with us in the comments what you have going with your skin right now while you're taking that washcloth to go ahead and remove it. And then I will go back and finish telling you about the facial peel. Okay. So the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel is actually one of my favorite exfoliants. It's a chemical exfoliant. It uses glycolic acid as a main ingredient, and it's clinically tested to see results within 2 weeks. Your skin will look brighter. Your skin texture is significantly improved. Fine lines and wrinkles look reduced. Your skin tone looks more even. This is Susan. She used the Time-Wise Repair facial peel only 8 times. That's twice a week for 4 weeks. You can see the difference in brightness in her skin. You can see the fine lines and wrinkles in her neck and her throat, you guys. I mean, seriously. And here's the deal. We call it a little spicy. Maybe when you put it on, maybe you felt a little bit of tingling. And it does do that. And you guys, and it does curb, like it does go away. It doesn't get worse and worse or anything like that. It just is a slight little tingle. And what is neat, is that it's working. And so what I'm going to do right now, and I didn't feel anything at all when I put it on my face. When we do the Hydro Session Happiness and we do more than one exfoliant, sometimes we feel it then, but you're going to go ahead and take your washcloth and you're going to go ahead and remove it. Now, I did put it on my neck and my throat, so I want to make sure that I remove it from those areas as well. And the other thing that I want to make sure that we tell you is each of these supplements you can add to your regimen 2 times a week. So the charcoal mask twice a week, the Revealing Radiance facial peel twice a week, and then the microdermabrasion refine is twice a week. The second step to the microdermabrasion is the pore minimizer, and that you can use morning and night every day, because that just minimizes your pores and it soothes stressed skin. It's an incredible supplement that can be added more often. And so we are removing that right now. And I'm going to come on over here. This is a spot, you guys, where your sheet's either going to say Everyday Heroes across the top, or it's going to say The Fabulous Game. But like we mentioned earlier, that we knew you'd have the opportunity to nominate some deserving ladies in your life to receive fun samples in the mail from your beauty consultant and be gifted with a pampering session. So whether it is this pampering in a flash, whether it's fun with color, whether it's one of our Hydro Session Happinesses or one of our Zooms, you get to nominate some deserving women in your life to get this pampering session from your beauty consultant. So at the end of our session, I'll have you take out your phone, jot down some first names, some phone numbers. If there's even the reason why, like maybe it's your mom and you're like, you know, she's giving me the world. This is my mom. You can even jot down who they are to you if you want to. Make sure you put your name there all the way on the bottom, and then you're going to snap a picture to get it over to your beauty consultant. Okay. So I would wait for this part right at the end, just so we can keep going with our webinar. But I wanted to introduce it to you guys so that you had it. The rules, they need to be 18 or older. And again, you can just write their first name. Using your phone, of course, is not cheating, because none of us really remember numbers anymore. And of course, they must have skin, which is our ha-ha, right? So everybody deserves some pampering. What are we going to say? You know, so if it's your beauty consultant, she'd say like, hi, Lauren, this is Emily with Mary Kay, and we both know Jenna. She did a beauty session with me, really enjoyed it, and wanted to nominate some deserving ladies to receive a beautiful pack, and you were one of them, pampering packet. You know, do you prefer a text or call? I mean, it's very, we always say we're Mary Kay, we're not Scary Kay. So it's giving them the opportunity for some pampering. Okay, so I'm going to stop our share for a second, because we need to rock and roll to get back in there. So by now, I'm sure, and Cindy even mentioned it, she forgot to grab a mirror. So you want to make sure that if you don't have a mirror, that you grab one, or you do what she did, which was use her phone to make sure she got all of it off. And I use the peel, and you want to make sure you get all the peel off too, because it will let you know it's still there. So you want to get all of that off. So hopefully in the comments, you guys are telling us how your skin feels, how it felt to go through all that. And so then we're going to jump back, and we're going to start to put the products on our face to finish back up our Pampering in a Flash. So they were our supplements. You have your Fabulous Game instructions. And what you're seeing me put on right now is the Pore Minimizer. Pore Minimizer is the next step from the microdermabrasion, and I always use it after my peel. And so it's just a soothing product to be able to put on skin. And so I always use that as my next step. Then if you are using the Miracle Set 3D, we are getting our faces ready for bed. So hold on. Yeah. So here is the nighttime recovery. So this is going to be your next step if you are using the Miracle Set. If you are using the Time-Wise Repair, you're going to be using the lifting serum. And so that is your next step. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this nighttime recovery. And one of the things that's really kind of cool about the nighttime recovery, I'm going to bring it up in there. And they're little pearls, you guys, and they have vitamins, antioxidants right in them. So as you squirt it, it releases all of them to our skin and our face, and it helps repair our skin while we sleep, which is incredible. And so this product is so amazing that, I mean, people use it with the Time-Wise Repair. People use it with the Miracle Set 3D. Yeah. And so it is one of those that, and Cindy, didn't they just talk about this on the Today Show?
Good morning.
It was the featured Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. I think it was Good Morning America. Yeah. It was one of their featured products. Yeah. And they even told the representative that was there going over it, even told some facts that I had forgotten about it. And so that's when I pulled one off my shelf, because when you are a consultant, you can have it on your shelf. And so I pulled one off, and I do use mine now along with my repair set. I love it. As it fights and brings our
okay. So the next steps we're going to walk right through, you guys, is so I went to the antioxidant moisturizer, and Cindy's going to the night cream, and then we go to the eye cream. And so the eye cream that comes with the Miracle Set 3D, you put it right on your fingertips, and you're going to dab in those outer edges, stipple, pat, 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 then come up between, and then we are set. We are set. We are set. I love our eye cream. Our eye creams have 12-hour power, so using it twice a day. I even keep one in my car for longer car trips, and just add some back in if I've been in the car all day. So I absolutely love that. I also go through my parenting lines through here. And one of the products, which I do not have right here, is our dynamic wrinkle limiter, which you can add right through the 11s to the forehead, and then also to those outer crow's feet area. And it is a huge, huge difference, you guys, and it just goes right with our skincare. So, and then Cindy's doing
the advanced eye cream that comes with the repair.
I don't know. Is that the Voluform one?
Yes. The Voluform advanced eye cream, and the renewal cream, eye renewal cream. And then we have a ZMAC tip on this. The ZMAC is zinc, magnesium, aluminum, and copper, which if you've ever watched a boxing match and the boxer gets hit in the eye and his eye starts swelling shut, his manager will start rubbing his eye with this rock. That is exactly what it's made out of. And so this helps with puffiness. It's cool to the touch. You can also keep this in your purse and just use the Z-Mac throughout the day. Not even have to reapply the cream, over your makeup or anything, but still be able to use it. It's awesome. And I apply it first with my finger stippling, and then I go over it with the Z-Mac.
Okay, here we go. We're going to rock and roll, you guys. So this is the picture that shares the lifting serum, the pore minimizer. You'll learn about the nourishing oil when you come on to our Hydra Session Happiness. We have a Skin Vigorate system, sonic session that has a brush head as well as a massage head. Again, we're going to talk more about that in our Hydra Session Happiness. Here's our nighttime routine that we just told you about, the nighttime recovery, the antioxidant moisturizer, and then Cindy used our Repair Night Cream that has the encapsulated resveratrol in there, which stimulates collagen to keep the skin firm. And then you're going to have all the samples for our daytime products. Okay. So again, when you wake up in the morning, you should still have some cleanser left to do it. Then you're going to go to your antioxidant moisturizer, and then you're going to do a squirt of your daytime defender, which has the SPF, full spectrum SPF. And then you'll just pat it on, before or underneath your CC cream or your foundation. So that would be your daytime. And for the repair line, same thing. You use that day cream, and then you would go, so beyond this, you guys, is then you go to eye cream. Okay. And then beyond that, you go to CC cream and foundation. But again, we'll get into that more in the other sessions. And so here were the eye creams that Cindy just went through. I used this one, and Cindy talked about the one for the Voluform repair set. Okay. And okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to skip right to, in the chat, could you tell us what your favorite product that you used during our session was? And go ahead and write it in the chat. And so then what we're going to go through real quick, you guys, oh my gosh, that there are 3 ways that you can get your products that you fell in love with today. There are 3 ways. So we're going to go through those. The first way is you're going to book your next session with your beauty consultant, your next session. So so this is Pampering in a Flash. Your next one could be Fun with Color, which is getting your face ready for the day. And we do a look. And so Cindy and I go through some different tips and tricks for contouring, highlighting, but you can even keep it super simple and just do a dash out the door look. Okay. But that's getting your face ready for the day. Or it could be that Hydrate Session Happiness, which is our ultimate spa night. There's 3 levels of exfoliant, 3 levels of hydration. So on your piece of paper, and you can even in the comments tell us, which one do you want to do next? Fun with Color, Hydra Session Happiness. I mean, you name it and you could do it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The second way you could get products from us tonight is to join us. You could be that brand ambassador. You could be that influencer that loves the product and just wants to share it with a few other ladies, right? So whether it's to save money, make money, or a little bit of both, you could go ahead and dip your toe in to join us. It is $35 to get started. If you want the full size products, then you would add the Pro Start on top of that, you guys, for it'd be 35 plus the 90. And these adorable pink sheep are there because if you start seeing pink sheep prounce in your thoughts and dreams, you're like, okay, I need to text my beauty consultant and tell her I have some questions. And which on one of those sheets, you guys, it said book, purchase, and then it said coffee, and then it said join. And so say you have a few questions. You want to go ahead and circle coffee, and we'll do a virtual coffee. It could be a 5-minute phone call. It could be a 5-minute Zoom where we could just answer any questions that you have to see if this could benefit you and your family. And we would love to do that. So that's our customer experience call. And we always just love to hear what you thought, what you're thinking. And again, if there's any questions we could answer for you. And then the third way, you guys, for taking some products home with you today is enjoying the deals and steals from today, for being on. And so you guys would all have this set sheet in front of you with all the deals and steals. And so at the top, there are 3 pink bubbles. And so it's our Cadillac set, which is selecting any 8 sets on this sheet. And you get it for $405. The Queen set is selecting any 6 sheets, and that is $305. 6 sets on the set sheet, and it is $305. And then the Princess set is selecting any 4 sets and for $205. So this is how it works. The Repair Value Firm set that Cindy was using today retails for $215, and it says right here, it counts as 4 sets. So you know right off the bat that you're going to be saving $10 and you would get it for $205. And because you started with either the Princess, the Queen, or the Cadillac, then over here, this travel roll-up bag, which is a phenomenal bag that I take everywhere with me, it retails for $40, and you'd get to take advantage of that for $20 because you got started with a Princess, Queen, or Cadillac. Now, say the Time-Wise Miracle set, which is the set that I used today, was more what you had in mind, and it retails for $116, and it counts as 2 sets. When you add that eye cream to it, you would add $38 to that set, but it would count as 3. So then you could drop down and kind of go, okay, well, did I want to start with the peel? Did I want to start with the microderm? Did I want to start with the masking set, which is the charcoal mask and the moisture renewing gel mask? And you also get that spatula with it. So what you would do is you'd add all those up. So you do the 116, the 38, and let's just say you picked the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel for $68. So whatever it came out to, you know that you would still get that set for $205. So we just deduct it all the way back down to that $205. If you liked all 3 of those sets, you could bump yourself up to Queen and then add the microdermabrasion and the masking set. You could even jump down to some of our color and maybe add the Flawless Face set. I mean, it doesn't say that it counts as a certain amount of steps, then it's 1 set. Okay. We also talk about the Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. That's over here. So there's all kinds of things that you can take advantage. You might have a man in your life that you would like to get him started on skincare, and we have our Mary Kay Men regimen, our Clear Proof set. That's for oily and blemish prone skin. So that is, to me, most of the people that I have on Clear Proof are teenage guys and teenage girls that are both oily and blemish prone. They have to have both, you guys. It's a strong product, okay? So if you have dry skin and you're blemish prone, Clear Proof would not be for you. And then we have our teen line, which is our Mary Kay skincare line. And so you can get a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and it retails for $60. This is, to me, this is our pre-line. This is preteen line. This would be 9 years old, you know, like up to 18. And then I switch them over to the Time-Wise Miracle set. So that's pretty much how I do it there. So with all that, you guys, I am going to come back over, and that is what we have for y'all today. We're going to wrap it up because we try to get really, tight with our time, and any questions you have, oh my gosh, let your beauty consultant know. But you do have a feedback link in your email, and that's how she gets credit for you being on here today. So please, please, please go ahead and fill out that feedback form for her. I'm sure she already set a time that you guys would be connecting right after this session, and that's how she gets credit for you being on here today, is just giving your honest opinion, what you liked, what you learned, what excited you the most, what impressed you the most. We'd love to hear all of that. And if you have questions about Mary Kay, the company, oh my gosh, I hope you circled coffee on that. And so you're going to share both those feedback forms and your tally sheet and your fabulous game or referral sheet, what we call it, the fabulous game or everyday heroes sheet, share with her, and so that we can put you into that $350 cash drawing. So anyway, there you go, you guys. Thank you so much for being on, and you guys have a great night.